No video. Video. There's it was playing. You're looking at this.
Children, that's a wrap! Come on, team! Who's got my sippy cup? Sippy cup,
In a minute, we're broadcasting. Ken, you're three using your webcam.
So yes, come on, who's buying me a drink?
Just a bunch of
Thank you, you know who you are. Norman, Rick, Joanna, thank you, darling. Thank you. Good night, I'm back to my coffee.
Over here. They'll show up when they show up. Just grab a seat, we'll start talking Midsummer Scream, because we've got people watching. Hey! HorrorBuzz,
right now
to Midsummer Scream.
Hey, welcome everybody.
And we are here.
And where are the cameras? Where are we? Let's do a rehearsal. Ready, go. Tell me which ones.
We've got cameras all over the place because we've got people coming.
Neat.
We've got people coming. We've got guests that are going to show up, and most of all, we have an exciting preview of Midsummer Scream 2018.
Oh, that's right. We're going to be talking about all of the cool panels that are coming, some of the hidden gems, and Hall of Shadows. We might get a tour of the floor.
HorrorBuzz is once again doing the movie showcase.
Yeah, that's right.
So
a movie showcase.
Is there something special?
The Screaming Room.
Screaming Room.
Oh, quickly. Wait a minute.
He'll be back.
See? You get a ticket. The Screaming Room.
So, is there anything special in the Screaming Room this year? Because I think there's a big announcement.
A big announcement, huh? Well, let's see. The Screaming Room. What is our big announcement? I mean, there's. Oh my God.
Awards, including a Viewer's Choice Award.
You guys, okay. I've been going nonstop, so I apologize. But yes, we're officially the Screaming Room Film Festival. And the deal is that we are giving away prizes this time. We have the Mary Shelley Award for creative ingenuity. We have the Palme d'Or.
I love that, the Palme d'Or.
The Palme d'Or, which is the best in show. Yeah. And then we have, what else do we have? And then there's the Spirit Award for the film that captures the spirit of Halloween the best. And then lastly, we have the Audience Choice Awards. So there will be voting on each group, each programming block. There's about, 8 different programming blocks. And
a bunch of films.
Yeah, for about 48 films, I think. 48 different films. And there were over 148 submitted from around the world. We even are screening one from Iran.
Awesome.
So
if you have not made up your mind about Midsummer Scream yet, or you're just trying to get an orientation of what's going on this weekend, that's what we're here to do. And we are monitoring the chat. You can talk to us. We're here. So hi.
So hi. How do we know what they're saying, Ken?
It will be something here.
Where?
Right there on my screen, right in front of me. As long as my laptop still has power.
I look very
angry right now.
Very. The lighting is not doing me any favors.
Yeah, welcome to Incandescent Convention World.
Heavens.
So, anyways, we've got some exciting stuff coming up. Some of the founders of Midsummer Scream and the creative.
I'm lagging myself.
Okay. Some of the creatives behind Midsummer Scream will be dropping by. We've invited people who are vendors to bring some of their wares. But Midsummer Scream is the premier haunt convention, kicking off what is essentially Haunt Season 2018.
Yeah, Haunt Season 2018.
Which is amazing.
Not just here's the thing, not just in SoCal this time, but in the country, because this is the first time. This is the first time that Universal Orlando is going to be participating in the Halloween Horror Nights discussion.
Yes.
Mike Aiello is going to be here.
Mike Aiello, who is the
Super
creative
cool guy
from Orlando.
Yeah, and he's the one that gets to do the original concepts. And then look at this crazy guy walking behind us over here.
What's up, guys?
It's Pete Overstreet from Winchester.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
I know, I'm good to
how
see you
are
guys. HorrorBuzz all the way.
That's right. Now, what do you get? Wait.
Wait,
You're
I'm just
doing
coming
a
by.
show,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh,
Say
sorry.
hi.
Hi, everybody.
Quickly.
All right. Hello, everybody.
And tell us what can we look forward to in the panel?
What we're looking for in the panel, we're unveiling a whole new show at the Winchester Mystery House. I'm the creative director there for the Candlelight Tours, and so come on by and see our panel tomorrow morning, and you'll find out more about the spooky things we've got going on there.
Spooky.
Well, not just spooky, we're actually
looks-
making it much more terrifying this year, which is great. I'm super excited.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
All of the spooky. And do you think we might be having an event up there this year, maybe?
I think so. I hope
don't
so.
know. I don't know
like
what's
that.
happening.
I would
don't
like
know.
that.
That's kind of a hint.
I know, totally.
So all right. Well, listen, get your booth done
Yes.
and get your show put together so we can come see it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
guys.
Take care.
Cheers.
Now, speaking of that, HorrorBuzz
Yeah.
every year
Yeah.
has the passport,
Yes?
which I don't think most people know what it is.
Okay.
And they should, because
Well, they absolutely should.
every year we go behind the scenes. Not just behind the scenes, we get VIP behind the scenes at several of the major haunts in the area. Knott's,
Yep.
Dark Harbor,
Yep.
sometimes Six Flags. Don't know if we're doing that
Yeah.
one this year.
Essentially, we offer something called the Passport to Fear. And the Passport to Fear is your passport into the haunt world to see everything that Halloween has to offer with one single ticket. And we have special Passport to Fear events at different haunt venues. Each year at Midsummer Scream, we announce which venues we're going to. This year, right now, we've definitely teased Knott's, and
Winchester.
well, we teased some Winchester, and I mean, we might be a little delusional this year too. So we'll
Is that
be.
a tease?
I don't know. We might be.
But VIP really means VIP. So
It really does mean VIP.
you're going to get usually the lounge, if they have a VIP lounge, you're going to get
Right.
a behind-the-scenes tour, generally with the maze creators or the creatives behind
Yes.
the haunts. You're going to get to walk through some of the mazes with the lights on, generally.
yeah, to go check it
so
out.
we get there early. We do everything. You get really as if you were known by the creatives of these haunts.
Mm-hmm.
You get to talk to them. You get to ask them questions. So it's that was weird.
We got a little title there. That was amazing.
Right, that was weird.
So the Passport to Fear events take you deeper into the haunts that you love, and they're held special nights at special venues, and we announce each year. Each one of them generally include, not generally, but always include front of the line, early admission, front of the line access, behind the scenes tours, and a meal. At Knott's this year, we are offering early admission. We are offering a buffet dinner with monsters.
The buffet is really good, by the way.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, that's total carb loading time. And then we're going to go and tour 2 of the mazes being built. There's prize giveaways and all that stuff during the buffet. We head into the park, and then we start the Death March. You can stay with the group and go to the front of the line with us for all of the mazes or not. And then we get VIP seating for all of the shows. And you get to the front of the line on all of the rides and all of the mazes. So we don't have a date for that announced yet, but we do know it's coming. That's the one venue that's confirmed so far. So we'll see what happens. But it's always one of the biggest highlights of the haunt season, because a bunch of us crazy people just get together and have fun. And then I'm smelling something weird. Oh, it's Jeff! Jeff, hi! Come here!
Hi, I made it.
Look, it's Jeff from HorrorBuzz and Return Home.
Hello. Ooh.
Screaming room.
Yeah, you got a ticket to the screaming room. It's for you.
Put that in my pocket.
You dropped it.
Oh, sorry. Are we streaming?
We are.
We are streaming right now,
Streaming.
live on the internet.
On the interwebs,
As long as the batteries hold out.
That's fair enough.
Fair enough indeed.
I like our little space. This is very nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of cool. We have a photo booth going on, and we're going to be having people taking pictures with the monsters, and we're going to give away a pair of the tickets, just 2 tickets to our Passport to Fear night at Not Scary Farm on the date that I haven't announced yet. So,
are we announcing that this weekend?
We might be. Yeah, we are.
We are.
And
Okay.
before my laptop dies, can you go ahead and take my screen? I'm actually going to show a flyover of the convention.
Oh, awesome!
Do you have a drone up in here?
We had a drone up
We
in
had a
here.
drone earlier.
Nice.
Look at. You can see it on the screen.
Oh, that's dope.
That is amazing.
That's really cool.
I was up there setting up the screaming room when he was doing this.
So this gives you a little bit of an idea just how huge this convention is.
This is so cool.
That is such an awesome shot. I'm very pleased with that.
Did you do Hall of Shadows yet?
We tried.
And
It's a little dark in there, and it scared the drone. The drone got a little frightened.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's too bad.
but there is the money shot.
That's
Shot of
pretty
everybody.
brilliant.
So that's
man,
only half the vendors, guys.
that's only half.
So
Ah,
let me see if we can get one more in. Take it down.
that's brilliant.
All right. Come on back.
Come on back.
When you're ready.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you're flying 4K over
That's crazy.
a convention. And we didn't kill anybody, Norm.
Well, then what was the point?
Yeah. There is a horror convention.
It is a horror convention. We needed blood and horror and something.
You can see my battery's almost dead.
So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. We are doing our very best in the oppressive Long Beach Convention Center.
It's hot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to get ready.
There's so much creative energy and craziness.
I think we just lost
And we
it.
just lost it. So are we stuck on these 2 now?
We've got 3.
3? I was not forgetting you. I'm sorry.
You forgot my camera?
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to move that camera. Why don't you bring up the schedule of events? Let's talk about some of the programs. that
Okay,
we've got.
sure. Let's do it. Hold on. I'm texting somebody. This is gripping live streaming. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh shoot. You know, I could never be a newscaster. I'm like totally Steve Brule in it right now because I'm like, so I apologize. If you don't know what Steve Brule is, look it up on YouTube. He's amazing. For your health. So, hold on. We are pulling up the schedule. Okay, 2? Just 2.
Well, he's got it.
Somebody forgot one of the cameras.
And we got a microphone.
Yeah, we do.
3 cameras and a microphone.
Hey, where'd you get that arrowhead sparkling?
That was a gift from Glenn. Our cameraman Glenn Fenrick, who's been with us now. This is his 2nd year doing video with us here at HorrorBuzz.
I thought it was this.
No, Leaky Tiki Productions and HorrorBuzz here
Aww.
at Midsummer Scream. And yeah, he was with us for all the big presentations last year. Which, let's start with the big ones. So, Knott's.
Well, Knott's kicks things off as usual.
Granddaddy of them all. Oldest haunt. They're always fun. I'm assuming we'll be getting someone like, I don't know, Jeff Tucker.
Yep.
Usually they announce the shows, which this year actually is kind of exciting because Elvira's retired. We don't know what
they're going to be putting into
don't know
that
what the main
cavernous pit or the theater. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So yeah, so the Good Time Theater, the John Wayne Theater, the what the hell do they call it now?
Well,
Charles
now,
M. Schultz
okay,
Theater?
for real, it's the Charles M. Schultz Theater.
Yeah.
But
Snoopy's
now
creator.
now they call it the Ghoul Time Theater, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because it's a long story. They used to call it the Good Time Theater. Then they changed it to the Charles M. Schultz Theater.
Do you think that maybe they'll be doing The Hanging again this year?
Well, we know that they're doing the hanging this year, and there's that show's going to be, I don't know, like 3 hours long with all the stuff that's only happened since July.
A lot of Trump. Anyways.
Anyway, we don't need real scares.
Yeah. So, Six Flags will also be here doing their Fright
Yes.
Fest
Oh my gosh,
announcement.
Six Flags actually has like an amazing presence here this year. Not only do they have a panel going on and they're teasing some pretty like sick stuff, but also they are doing a scare zone. This is the first theme park. Haunt that has gotten involved directly with the Hall of Shadows, and they're doing a scare zone from Fright Fest in the Hall of Shadows. And you guys need to come and see the Hall of Shadows. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So the other thing that Six Flags might be announcing is roller coasters without seatbelts.
Or without VR headsets.
Yeah, that would be better.
So, what would be really cool is Twisted Colossus backwards. Am I right? Oh my god.
That would be awesome because we haven't seen that in years.
Yeah. I don't know. That might be a Vomit Comet. I don't know.
One of our personal favorites, Queen Mary Dark Harbor.
Dark Harbor's going to be ridiculous this year. Redonkulous. And, you know, we love our ringmaster. We love the team over there. They're amazing. Of course, Charity.
Steve.
Yep. The two producers of the event are just these amazing people that know how to put on an event and know how to scare and know how to entertain.
And we might even make it to the Ice Vodka Bar if they have it.
And they might. They know how to drink. Am I right, kids?
Now, the VIP lounge, actually, there is one of my favorites because it's on the balcony overlooking Queen Mary.
Yeah. That's really good.
It's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's a great bar where we just get up
Oh
and
my gosh.
and watch people running around.
It's so good. So
that'll be exciting.
Okay, so another thing that I want to look at is Urban Death.
Urban Death. I seem to recall that I recommended Urban Death.
You turned me on to Urban Death.
Yeah. So, Zombie Joe, little tiny theater in North Hollywood, does every year a maze and show combination. And Urban Death is outrageous, shocking, brutal, not what you would expect from the theater.
Unnerving.
Not for kids.
Oh, no. They say, what's funny is they say 15 and over. No.
Yeah.
It's 18 and over.
And they do a preview of their show here at Midsummer Scream that they don't hold anything back here either.
No. Last year they actually went harder at Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
And
there was a lot more nudity than I think the Long Beach Convention Center has ever seen before.
Ever. Yeah, there was some stuff.
And that included StripperCon.
Yeah, things happened.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And then of course there's Fallen Saints. Fallen Saints from Force of Nature Productions, which of course, you know, they're Zombie Joe's Underground Theater alum.
Yep.
And they strike out on a different tone of their own, and it's not as severe or brutal, but just as effective and unnerving.
So just in entertainment alone, there's already enough that you could fill up pretty much most of your day before you even get to the panels. But it's just an amazing lineup. The film festival, the Screaming Room.
The Screaming Room. We're going. You know, we have in the Screaming Room we have the Halloween block. We have the horror comedy block. We have.
These are all short films, by the way, folks. So if you get hot and you want to sit down in a chair and watch some
and just
horror,
breeze in and watch films that are no longer than 15 minutes in length.
Yeah, go in for a block. Go in for a few minutes. We did it several times last year.
Sure.
We couldn't take the cameras in because that would be bad.
Yeah, you could. You just couldn't. Like, did I just spit? Did you just catch that? Like, yeah, it's dark and it's a movie theater. It's just a movie theater, and we have.
But that's going all the time, both days.
The other thing that I'm really, really excited, the Screaming Room block that I'm super excited about is the Sickening Sinners and Screaming Queens block, which it features queer horror, LGBTQIA representation in horror, and
Not Queen Elizabeth?
No, not Queen Elizabeth.
That's right.
No. But yeah, it's going to be all queer filmmakers with these, and the films they're some of the best of the entire festival. They're hilarious.
Speaking of LGBT, there is a huge panel this year, which we might as well start cracking into because it's kind of exciting.
It's ridiculous. Cool. HorrorBuzz is producing a panel on LGBT representation in horror, and we have a gigantic panel. We have a huge panel lined up, and Michael Verratti, the horror filmmaker, actor, writer, he's going to be there. Tom Blunt, he is going to be moderating. Julie Ray Goldstein, she was on American Horror Story, and she's a huge horror fan. She's going to be there. Jacqueline Chesson, Rachel from Horror Escape LA, and then a little somebody you might have heard of, Alaska from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2. Yeah, Alaska is going to be here, and she's going to be on the panel because she has a film in the Screaming Room. So we're going to talk about what it is, where that crossroads is between the queer community and the horror community, and why there's so much overlap. And
we're actually going to bring you that one live.
That one's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really good.
So definitely, you want to be here in person for it.
Yep.
Come, but if you can't, you can watch it live.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of live stuff.
Yeah.
What are we going to show
and I
live?
promise it won't just be two guys sitting at a desk.
It won't. Look, there are actually people still setting up all around us. We're just like the teacher's pets that got stuff done early, which is kind of ridiculous. But, ours is relatively uninvolved compared to some of the other things that people are doing over here. And then the Hall of Shadows. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Sorry.
How do we describe the
Hall of Shadows
is a mini scare zone.
No, it's a mini theme park.
Well,
in the dark.
And a scare zone.
Yeah, there's you walk into the Hall of Shadows. It's the big castle, Frankenstein, and then there's a small show floor in there that's in the dark, and then it's the scare zone from Magic Mountain Fright Fest, and then it's just I don't know what.
Haunts.
14 or 15 different little mini haunts. Kind of like when you go to Costco and you get all those samples and you get a taste of everything. Well, this is what the Hall of Shadows is, except for horror fanatics. It's awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And there's also some VR stuff too. Some really good VR stuff. Delusion's here in VR.
Yeah.
And they did a VR of my personal favorite year they did. Lies Within. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. That one was good.
That one was awesome. The Delusion VR experience is just like being there, except you're not.
Except you're not.
You to a chair. You when you take the goggles off, you're someplace else entirely. You never know what happened.
And when you put them on, you're someplace else entirely.
Exactly.
What are you looking forward to?
Honestly, the community, and we don't talk enough about this, but there has been just a kind of a huge upspringing of this whole haunt community, and we're really very tight-knit group. There are people that you will see at all the haunts. So if you're a haunt fanatic, if you're a horror fanatic, if you are somebody who just loves masks, right? Mm-hmm. Coffin purses.
Or pumpkin purses.
Pumpkin purses. This is your crowd, and so I can't tell you. I've heard estimates 10,000 plus per day. Here.
Oh no, a little more.
Well,
just a little more. But I'm not too sure the number.
I heard 10,000 a day at the low end.
Okay. That's I would definitely say that's low end, but
So this convention center will be filled tomorrow with people that are in the same vein, and if you can't find your niche and your friends here, it's unbelievable. Like Len and I and Kelly, his wife, we met at a HorrorBuzz Knott's event after we went to high school together. Hadn't seen them for 20 some odd years. They showed up and we reconnected. So
The scares bring people together is what it is.
So the community is really tight knit. It's very counterculture.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How's it
We're
going,
doing a
man?
live stream. Say hello.
I'm really on the spot now.
Hey, what's going on?
Case in point.
Like that just happened. So
And Norm pretty much knows everybody in Southern
no, I
California.
don't.
Every single person.
No.
If,
But
if
everybody's-
you don't know Norm, you need to say hello.
Just say hello. I like people. I like nice people.
And if you read the back of his shirt, it says, "It scared me, I like it."
And that's not even a lie. Like people have actually. Here we go. People have actually jumped out and scared me, and I love it. Oh my God, Danny! It's Danny from Sinister Point. Okay, he's coming right back.
Now, Sinister Point just announced.
Scary Place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scary Place is going to be a 3-story haunted experience. I actually got to tour the construction site, and it's going to be really cool. They're like the lower level is going to be kind of like an expo area with food and shopping and things like that, and then but off to the side and a stage with live entertainment and all of that, and then there will be the entrances to 2 mazes down there, and one takes you up to the 2nd level, and then on the 3rd level there's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride.
A ride?
A ride.
Like, not Scary Tales?
No, like not Scary Tales.
Scary Tales.
Danny.
So we've got a guest.
Danny, come here and say hello.
You're live?
Yeah.
We are live.
Wait,
We are live. Say hi. This is
Hi.
Danny from
Sinister Point.
Sinister Point. And we're just chilling. We're saying hey. We're saying hi to our Halloween friends and family. And tell us, what can we expect from Sinister Point this year?
Sinister Point this year, we're going bigger and better than ever. We're calling it the Scary Place. We are doing over 150,000 square feet, 3 different types of attraction. And our big one's called the Boogeyman Express, which is actually building a ride car that we will be riding. So it'll be really interesting. It's going to be in the Laguna Hills Mall. We have taken over the old Macy's building, so you can just imagine how big, extravagant this is going to be. It's going to be a huge event.
It's bigger. It's a lot bigger than you expect.
Yes,
It's
definitely is.
gigantic.
It is. It's very overwhelming. Now that we've been going in there and building the walls and seeing those sets being put up right now and the painting going on, it is very, even for me, for being with the company for so long, it's just wow. It's amazing how big this thing is.
It's the biggest thing you guys have ever done, right?
Yes, for sure.
Cool. Very cool. Well, listen, I know you're busy. Thank you for stopping by.
Always a pleasure.
And we're definitely going to see you out in the fog. So, thank you.
Take it off. Appreciate it,
Thank
bud.
you so much. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah. See, so, here's your ticket to the Screaming Room. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Don't spend it all in one place. So, yeah, that's it. I mean,
This
it's
is
just.
the first return since Heretic, right?
Sorry?
Sinister Point Heretic was the last time we saw them.
No. That wasn't Heretic. That was like. It was the door thing. It was like you chose your path.
Yeah, it was a choose your own adventure kind of a thing. It was actually kind of cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, we had a good time there.
I always have a great time at Sinister Point,
And
but
we should probably also mention that part of the creative behind Sinister Point helped build the effects for the Cauldron
yes. Oh,
in Buena Park.
yeah. Side note: go to the Cauldron in Buena Park.
Maybe not this weekend,
Not this weekend, but like soon.
because that's another gap between.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be having little meetups there. That's for sure.
We'll be live there doing our post Midsummer Scream
Post
recap,
Midsummer Scream,
which
and
will be the drunkenest recap you've ever seen on the internet.
we will be messy drunk.
Yeah, it's gonna not be pretty.
But that's okay. I mean, that's okay.
Good entertainment, not pretty.
If you're responsible, it's fine. Don't drink and drive, kids. But yeah, so we also have somebody new to the Midsummer Scream lineup, and that is Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
And the horror
Wait a minute,
made
the
here.
studio
Yes,
Warner
the studio.
The studio that has a studio tour?
Yes. Well, they actually have just a very small studio tour. It's a lot more intimate. But what they're doing now,
No plastic shark attack.
no plastic, metal, or mechanical sharks attack you at Warner Brothers. But what they do is they give you kind of like a VIP tour, like Halloween style tour of the Warner Brothers lot. And this year they're featuring the Arkham Asylum, and they're featuring the Neibolt house from It. And they are calling it Horror Made Here. And they will be having a presentation here at Midsummer Scream.
They have a museum there that's actually pretty cool.
Saturday? Saturday. No, Sunday. Sunday. The Warner Brothers panel's Sunday, I think.
So far, Knott's, Six Flags, Warner. These are just the big presentation announcements. So Warner, small tour, here, made here. Their full museum, the real Arkham Asylum sets. Usually a few surprises, really, really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, the big grand finale panel is going to be Universal. And we've already kind of touched on that, but this year...
Universal does a Halloween?
Universal, yes, they do.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Hollywood and Universal Orlando will be represented here at Midsummer Scream.
And what's interesting is if you go back east, everyone assumes that Universal Orlando was the foundation of all of this season. So there's this whole East Coast, West Coast thing.
And you're not, Florida, you're not. But you do it well.
Yeah, excellent.
You kill it. Pun intended.
So this is, it's not very often. I know there have been a couple of conventions where all three major creatives, John, Chris.
Oh, I can't wait to see Chris and John. John's in Orlando. John's in Ireland now. He lives in Ireland now, but he comes out to do HHN, and they're both like the coolest guys. They're super down to earth, and
they will usually take us through their creative process, which is actually kind of fascinating. So we get usually some announcements, a lot actually.
No, they'll do like one big announcement, and then
and you'll usually see the artwork for what they're building.
Yeah, cool. and then they just sit there and they just talk to the fans the whole time. And then, generally speaking, it's not planned, but they always end up just talking to fans out in the lobby and signing autographs and taking pictures and all of this stuff. So,
but getting the same thing from the creative director for Universal Orlando.
That, and Mike is a cool guy too. He's awesome. He's just like a fanboy, just like all of us.
He worked his way up. I didn't know that.
He totally
started
did.
in entertainment and worked his way up.
He's ridiculous.
Nicest guy.
And I still want to know. Well, obviously, I want to know what's coming, but I still want to know what maze. If anybody knows this, tell me. But remember, a couple of years ago, they were in the middle of building a haunted house in one of the old sound stages, and then Transformers suddenly got fast-tracked to be built. And they were literally in the middle of building a haunted house in one of the sound stages in Orlando, and then they had to stop and tear everything down that they were working on because Transformers needed to be built like in 9 months and open for the following summer. And they got it done, but does anybody know what haunted house that was?
Did they finish it somewhere else?
I don't know.
That would be a great question to ask.
I don't know if they ended up just storing it for the next year, because whatever that was, they had to take it out. So, but we also have some fun stuff coming from Knott's. What's interesting with Knott's on Sunday is their panel is only a half hour, and a lot of people are like, well, huh?
It's a half hour.
Well, it's half hour with Jeff Tucker, and then also he's doing the Elvira panel too. So,
and
Elvira.
Jeff Tucker is a horror icon in his own way.
He's the P.T. Barnum of haunts, is what he is. He's ridiculous.
And speaking of which, he has a presentation with Gus Kruger all about Trapped.
Oh my God! Okay,
Which was the coolest thing ever. Really,
it was
before the whole escape room thing caught on.
Yeah.
Knott's actually tried it in the middle of Scary Farm.
It was so much fun. It was an upcharge thing that was really inexpensive.
Like $10.
Well, okay, it was $60 for up to 6 people.
Yeah.
So you could.
So it was like $10 a person.
Well, you could get a group together of.
We always did.
Yeah. So I mean, then you'd go in and you'd have your fun, and it was amazing. But to me, the third year was the best.
Yeah, so literally you walk into this nice little lobby, they sit you down, all of a sudden you start walking through this bizarre situation, have to find your way out.
You get
manage to
handcuffed to the wall, and then you gotta,
Now, the reason it was an upcharge was not because they didn't want everybody to see it, not because they didn't, it was to keep it small and intimate and give you the time to actually go through it. So you could be trapped in there for a while, and it was kind of fun.
Yeah, and they wouldn't rush people through.
But
It was.
they're going to show, for the first time ever, is behind the scenes how they built it, which literally is looking at the foundation of most escape rooms. So we're going to see stuff that only the cast and the creators of Trapped saw before.
And you know what? When they had built Trapped, they would not even let press take photos in it.
No.
They wouldn't let press take photos. They wouldn't let press take videos.
We tried.
We totally tried, but no. They barely let Doug Barnes of Season Pass Podcast do a podcast recording, just audio of them going through it.
You were given a safe word, and but the minute you said anybody in the group said the safe word, that was it.
Everybody got thrown out.
So yeah, we always had a pact. No one says the
Nobody said boysenberry. That was the safety word. So
Gus Kruger, Knott's designer, Jeff Tucker, creative and designer, and they're going to talk about Trapped, which is I'm actually looking forward to that one. I'm hoping we can live stream that.
yeah, I mean, you're the tech guy, so it's up to you. I don't know what we're doing.
We got so much to cover, and really only 2 of us to cover.
Yeah, well, working on that, but there's a ton to cover.
I'm
but
joking. I would not miss Gus and Jeff Tucker.
this is amazing
They're
stuff.
our friends. They've always been kind to us. We'll be there. So that'll be going live. There's our second live announcement.
The second live announcement. But let's see, what else is happening that we absolutely have to tell them about? I mean, we've covered the major panels. Jeff's doing Return Home at 4:30 on Saturday. They're doing a live podcast recording of it. And so it's going to be like radio theater right in front of you. So you have to go see that one.
You'll have to close your eyes.
Yeah, you'll have to.
You're not allowed to look.
You'll have to close your eyes to get a sense of what it looks like. But
there will be people watching. If you open your eyes,
you're out, and they poke your eyes out. Here at the HorrorBuzz booth at booth 524, we will have obviously the photo booth. This is kind of like a yard sale, a graveyard sale thing going on here. We're going to have a bunch of little knickknacks for sale. We are having a photo contest where you come and you take pictures with the monsters that are here, and you tag us on Instagram and Twitter. And if we pick your picture, we pick our favorite one, and if you're the winner, you get tickets to our Passport to Fear night at Not Scary Farm.
the whole ticket. You're not going to make them pay part of it?
Nope, it's 2 tickets to the Passport to Fear night at Not Scary Farm.
That's a good deal. Because that's dinner, that's behind the scenes.
That's dinner behind the scenes.
That's lights on tour with maze designers.
That's everything. It's all of it.
That's the
You really could. That's you really could not get more out of
front
that
of the
ticket.
line. That's front of the line VIP entrance to the shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a special area to watch the hanging.
It's great. It's great. Hey, how are you? Another friend from Winchester is rolling on by.
Like I said, no one knows everybody. In Southern California.
No, I don't. No, I don't. But I just know the cool people. And they're all right here at Midsummer Scrim, so you need to come.
Now, we were waiting for for the creative. For
They're
Midsummer
so
Scream?
busy right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it. We've texted them, we've called them, we've talked to them, but we'll see what happens. But there's, I mean, my gosh, there's plenty to talk about. Because see, at the booth also, we're not just going to have the photo booth, but we're also going to have Rick and Christy, Rick Farmelo and Christy Hayden, the creators of Full Moon Cartoons. And they are going to be here signing autographs, doing drawings, and just being their kooky selves. I don't know.
They have a Sunday comic.
Well,
Sunday Funny.
it's Sunday Funny on Fridays. Full Moon Fridays is what they're calling them. And so that is this really like old school, kitschy, single panel cartoon about this couple that moves out to kind of like a Palm Springs for monsters.
Palm Springs Monster.
Yeah, called Full Moon Springs. And they have monsters, just lounging by the pool or just everyday life. And it's really kooky and cute.
It's kind of like the Real Housewives.
Real Housewives of
Real Monsters
Full Moon
of
Springs. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. But they're going to be here too. And we're going to be looking around the show floor and checking things out. Knott's has a booth over here that I'm going to go look at in a little bit. Fright Fest is over there. I can see them right here. And then there's like so much to see.
Yeah.
There's just, the Black Cat Lounge. I totally forgot about the Black Cat Lounge.
The Black Cat
Lounge.
Where you will be able to pet
Real life kittens.
real life kittens that are up for adoption. And that's one of the cool things about Midsummer Scream.
Yeah, you can actually walk away
Thanks, Johanna.
with a kitten.
That's her pet project.
Aaron. Oh, Mommy Fierce said hi, Norman Ken.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Love you. Oh, hi, Andy. Hi, Salem. Hi, Shay.
Aaron is Mommy Fierce. Her kids
Hey, you
are
guys.
amazing.
They're crazy.
Her 9-year-old is one of the best sliders I've ever seen.
Yeah,
already.
he'll scare the shit out of you. It's good.
Can we say shit on the live?
Listen, I just said shit.
If it doesn't get bleeped, I guess we're good.
Okay.
All right.
We're good.
So, and her daughter. So her husband built an R2D2.
Yeah. Oh my God. They're such geeks, and I love it.
And they did Comic-Con. The Comic-Con
They covered
coverage
Comic-Con for
was
us.
amazing.
Yeah. They went to the Castle Rock experience, and they said that was cool.
And we're not going to chain her to the booth this year, so you can.
No, she can walk around in Rome and do whatever she wants.
You will actually be able to see her youngest probably slide like crazy.
Yeah, he's cool. Speaking of sliders.
No sliding.
No.
There's no
You
public
cannot. There are no public slidings. Indy, don't lose your mind. So
Yeah.
she just
Her
she
son's
just
name
said,
is Indiana.
and his middle
Indy.
name, Danger.
Danger.
What the heck?
Yeah, Erin's cool.
She's all right. And she has these cool braids in her hair now. It's really awesome. But Mommy Fierce is going to be covering all that. That's another thing. There's a ton of kid stuff for scary kids to do too.
Kids.
Yeah. I mean, like I went to Haunt when I was 6. That was my first time I went.
I waited till high school
No.
because I had very protective parents.
No, mine didn't care. And what's more is I had nuttier cousins and aunts and uncles that were like, yeah, he's a kid, let's take him.
And we took our kids. We took
Oh
high
yeah,
school boys.
yeah, absolutely.
Norm was their first knots.
But we broke them in. We took care of them.
They were really strong until.
Oh my God! I remember one time. One of the very first times. I can't remember if it was the first time, but one of the first times I went to Not Scary Farm. They still had the Tijuana taxi in Fiesta Village. You remember that?
Yes.
It's out at Castle Park, but they would haunt even the rides, like with live monsters. They would go crazy. And
Get a shot of that, Glenn. That's
look at it, our Jeepers Creepers.
that's a little weird.
It's just Jeepers Creepers.
All right.
So in Tijuana Taxi, they would have little, pneumatic effects popping up and doing weird stuff. But then you'd go down into the tunnel, and they had an actress waiting in the tunnel as a vampire, and she's like, and there was a strobe light, and she went, "Bleh."
Which reminds me, I really hope they have actors in the log ride again this year because that was so much fun.
Yeah, let's hope so, because It's tradition. It's tradition to have a few monsters popping out and being scary and doing weird stuff
and this is the type of stuff we generally get to know something. Knott's has their own preview event that's coming up.
Right, and
next
that's the thing with Knott's is they have a little panel at Midsummer.
Drop a few little.
They drop a few little crumbs, but then the big thing is the big reveal, and I don't even know when that is yet. But they haven't like announced it. But they have their reveal at the theater, at the Ghoultime Theater, inside Knott's. So we'll obviously be covering that and taking care of all that stuff, and it's really
busy
cool.
From all the way here now until.
You know what we get? We get like a little bit of a break in August, just a little.
No, we don't this year.
Yeah, we do.
No, because we've got a big party out at Savage House in August.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, surprise.
Wow. That's cool.
So we got stuff going on, and hopefully we'll get a little preview of what Greg's working on for Savage House.
Sweet. That's very, very cool.
They were going to watch.
Huh?
She's just getting back from Atlanta. She's been in Atlanta for 6 months.
Bummer. I mean, Atlanta's okay. Atlanta's cool. I've lived there. I live there. I lived there for like 7 years.
Okay.
So I can say what I want about Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because I've lived there.
All right, guys. How much time we have?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you said 5:30?
Yeah, 5:30.
Because we're going to be on. We can be on until 5:30. I've got plenty to say.
Okay.
But honestly, what I would like to know is the difference between original content haunted houses and the IP haunted houses. I mean, do you have a preference?
I have a strong preference, and it really depends on the property, right? So like, the thing I always like about Horror Nights, when they tackle something like Halloween or Friday the 13th, they always put their own twist on it, particularly out here.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Halloween mazes that we had a few years ago,
mm-hmm.
that were really just recreations
of the movie
sets.
Yeah,
were amazing, and I'm hoping against hope that with the new Halloween movie.
Oh, you know they're going to do something.
I'm hoping.
You totally know
but
it.
Killer Clowns. They've already announced the scare zone for Killer Clowns.
Yes.
Which is one of my favorite horror movies.
That's going to be so cool.
IP,
but that one is in Orlando.
IP gets the shortcut. They get the shorthand, right? That you know, kind of the property going into it, except for the occasions where they do the mazes before the films have even come out, which is kind of a little
like what they did for Insidious: The Last Kid.
Insidious and Happy Death Day.
Yeah. That one.
It came out like 2 weeks.
That was a section of the Blumhouse of Horrors.
So that's a little weird. So if it's like that, where it's you see it's just pure promotion, I'm generally against it. When it's an established property, Texas Chainsaw, Jason, Freddy, going back to those monsters that we love. That's when I love IP. I really love IP. Now, Knott's has conscientiously moved away from that for the last several years. I mean, I think the last thing that I saw was
The Grudge. Was it? No, it was Quarantine.
Well, no.
The last thing that they did
overlay,
that was an IP.
And on the log ride, they had an overlay for
the Evil Dead.
Evil Dead
The remake.
Yeah.
But what's funny is they did that like almost a year before the film actually came out.
Yeah.
So there was really
Again,
nothing that they had to work with or that they could reveal. So it was just kind of a name with an Necronomicon at the station, and then it was like, oh, okay, what do we do with this?
Yeah.
You know.
And so and I really liked what Six Flags did last year, out in front of the Hall of
Oh, that was fun.
the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, it was a crazy.
in Metropolis, where they had literally this big dance party going, and it was really one of the most popular things last year. Big dance party going, and every few minutes the costumes would change, the characters would change, literally right in front of you, which was kind of cool.
The lighting would change, the music would, everything would suddenly change, and it would just morph into something else. So between IP and original, which do you prefer?
If it's IP not done strictly to promote an upcoming film, if it's IP handled the way Chris and John handle it at Halloween Horror Nights, where it's the homage. Oh my goodness.
Krampus was good.
Krampus was awesome, and it was the year that Krampus came out. But we'd seen the film, and it was everything that was in the film, and you flowed through it, and it was this beautiful experience stepping into the film. When you're stepping into the film, and it honestly feels like it's handled with love and respect, I love it. I really do.
Okay.
And some of their original mazes, like La Llorona, have been fantastic.
Yeah, La Llorona was the first year. It was amazing. The second year, it faltered a little.
Saw, the first time we saw the Saw mazes were amazing.
They were interesting, and then this past year was kind of
the greatest hits wasn't so great.
But I don't want to say that I prefer IP over original or vice versa.
So if they did a Trick or Treat maze, and they did it well.
Oh my God, I'm all over that.
Exactly.
But
because
the
you
thing
know
is,
that film.
it's not about the property. It's about the story. That's what it is. It's not whether or not it's better that it's original or better that it's IP or something you're already familiar with.
It's the shorthand. If you know that story, you get the shorthand.
If you're able to talk about, or if you're able to jump right in and experience the story on multiple levels, then it doesn't really matter if it's original or if it's an intellectual property.
The Halloween 2 maze a few years ago, the second year of Halloween,
right,
was probably one of the best mazes. It was one of my favorites because you literally walked through the house, Laurie's house.
And then you went to the alley. Yeah, you retraced his steps and.
Yeah. And then it had that very surreal ending inside.
Oh, that was so cool! The pumpkins, and then you walked into the big pumpkin's mouth at the end. Yeah, it took a really bizarre turn at the end, but it was cool. But
nobody can kill the boogeyman.
No, I love that movie.
So Norm is Michael Myers fan. I'm a Jason fan.
Like The Shape, dude. The Shape was the one that started it all for me. Like I saw it when I was a kid, and it just flipped that switch, and I was good to go. I was like, yep, this is it. I love it.
So yeah, I have to go with IP if it's done well and if it's done with love, because that's what you want to see. You want to step into your favorite horror movies. Now,
well, you do, but that's because you connect with the story.
Having said that, what was our best maze last year? Dark Ride.
Oh, Dark Ride was phenomenal.
Off the charts, everybody's favorite.
It was just exquisite, though. I mean, it was pretty.
John Crook. John, okay. We love you. Thank you for being a big friend and supporter.
Oh yes, and speaking of John, his Murder Co. Monsters, Sideshow, and the Cleanup Crew, they're going to be visiting the HorrorBuzz photo booth this weekend. On both Saturday and Sunday. The times differ a little bit, but
if you don't know what that is, John went rogue and built his own escape room. He managed to literally, I think he had to gnaw his own foot off to get loose of the chains of knots.
Stop.
He's still a consultant.
Stop.
Still a consultant for him.
No, he's a contractor now.
I think he had to saw it off. It was like saw.
Stop. No. So yeah, he kind of broke off to do his own thing.
Upland, right?
Yes, Murder Co. or Black Market Escape Rooms.
Black Market Escape Rooms.
That's his gig.
So here's your plug.
He's in Upland.
Yes.
Off of Holt Boulevard.
And he advertises it as an
R-rated escape room.
It's an R-rated escape room.
It just means that you can cuss a lot and there's more blood and you might get touched or handled, but it's still really, really fun, And what's cool about it is it's not too hard. They design it so that you get through the whole thing. It's not like it's not like Stab and Meringue or something, but it's like
we can tell them the backstory, right? It's
well, yeah.
It's
I mean,
like Hostel.
It's like
there's a murder death club out to get you, and you have to escape.
Essentially, yeah. You end up getting pulled into the Murder Co. Business model, if you will, and you have to get out. So yeah, it's a heck of a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of the best Midsummer Screams. Like, I think it's going to be the best.
It gets bigger every year. Oh, we're in Hall B rather than Hall A, by the way.
Yeah.
Because they needed more space.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like a quarter more of the space, that I understand.
Yeah. The show floor is bigger. The Hall of Shadows is cavernous. It's ginormous. I mean, and this year they actually told the people before it was that you could only build a 20 by 20 booth for your haunt.
It's huge in there.
Yeah, but this year they gave them no limits at all, and they could build as big as they wanted. That's how big this is. So it's going to be like walking around to just a bunch of different haunted houses and just having a blast.
Do we know what the monster theme is yet this year?
The monster theme?
Yeah, for the Hall of Shadows. They always have an overarching scares.
Well, this year the theme of Midsummer Scream entirely is Frankenstein, because it's the 200th anniversary of Frankenstein. So you're going to see a lot of Frankenstein motif in the design work and things like that. And
the same guy who does the makeup effects for Halloween Horror Nights usually does the monsters.
Well, actually, Larry Bones doesn't work for HHN anymore. But he's here and he's doing stuff. And he has his own thing called Into the Black. Yeah. So that one was pretty crazy last year.
Crazy makeup demonstrations too.
Oh yeah, he's ridiculous.
So we haven't even touched on the crafts and skills that you can do.
Oh my god, we need more time. But Larry is one of the best makeup artists around, and he's here and he gets in and does haunts and makeup design and all of this stuff, and it's awesome.
Let's get to the tips. If you're gonna come, get here early.
Get here early. Get here early.
It's hot
Find
outside.
parking.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay $20 for parking because that's what they charge here. Just deal with it, okay? And if you want to save on the parking, carpool or Uber in or do something, okay? Secondly, get here early, okay? You can't say that enough. The lobby opens at about 10 a.m., I believe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, show floor opens for general guests at 11 a.m. Okay, if you're a Gold Bat, and I think those are sold out now. If you have a Gold Bat pass, then you get into the show floor at 10.
Yeah.
But
the screaming room, however,
the screaming room starts at 11, 11:15.
Yeah.
So because they won't let anybody upstairs or down into until. So there's that. You will be going through long lines for security. You just will.
Yeah.
You're going to be going through security for metal detectors. It's for your own safety. Just deal with it. You're going to be fine. Okay.
Don't bring any knives or weapons.
Don't bring any knives, any weapons. They're going to be doing the cosplay check, and they're going to be making sure that everything is cool. No guns, no knives, anything like that.
Comfortable shoes, a must.
Totally comfortable shoes.
Dress for summer, because it does get a little warm on the convention floor.
It gets a little warm on the convention floor right now.
The AC is finally kicked in here.
Well, the AC, they're just barely turning it on because they don't turn it on when we're getting ready to do this stuff. But hydrate. You're going to be outside in a line, probably with no shade, waiting to get in the morning. Sunscreen and hydrate until you get in.
For food, the food trucks come in about
The
midday?
food trucks come in, but here's another tip. Pack some snacks on you. Like throw some granola bars or snacks or whatever the heck you want, because they will not let you take any outside food into the convention center.
Right.
There's like a few things, like a tiny little Starbucks. I don't know if it's going to be open or not.
It usually is, but it usually has a line.
They're so fickle. And, just maybe not, I don't know. There's a tiny little cafe that probably everybody else and their mom's going to be trying to eat at.
Yeah.
But across the street is an Island, a CPK, a Starbucks, all of that stuff.
Slammed.
It gets slammed, but I mean, if you want to take a break, it's, you can do
you're
it.
in the middle of Long Beach Harbor, which is a really nice place.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So, there are options as far as eating, but no food, no outside food or drinking here, but, bring snacks and put them in your bag and stuff like that. And just be cool. We're all here to have a good time. And get the crap scared out of us.
As soon as you get your guidebook, circle the panels that you want to see. Schedule in time to do the floor, because it's really easy to go from show to show to show to show.
Oh, absolutely.
And miss the
entire,
amazingness
yeah.
of the show.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Put in the middle of your day, sometime in the Hall of Shadows, because they usually open up a little bit later than the show floor.
No. They're going to be opening at 10 a.m. for Gobat this year.
That's new.
Yeah, and 11 for everyone else. So, but even though the Hall of Shadows is going to be totally accessible, there are still lines for each of the haunted houses.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to plan for that. And sometimes the lines can get a bit long.
Now, we do usually film those, but we don't usually post those until after the convention.
Yeah, because we don't want to reveal anything. We do want to archive stuff, and we do want to show people what's in there, but we're not going to blow a surprise.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing it all in low light 4K video this year.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be cool. So, very good. Well, are we all set to get ready for Midsummer Scream?
Yeah, I need a nap.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to sleep here in the booth.
I think I need a martini.
Oh, that sounds even
So,
better.
all right. Well, you guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you here bright and early, 11 a.m. at the HorrorBuzz booth. Start taking pictures, enter our contest, tag us at horror_buzz on Twitter.
Watch our live feeds on YouTube all
Oh,
Saturday
yeah.
and Sunday.
Like and subscribe, kids. Like and subscribe. And then follow us on Instagram, HorrorBuzz.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the fog.